don't know, it depends on what day it was, or what time of day it was. I might have just finished or something.
It was 2 days ago, and I had just, I stayed up till like 6 or 7, and
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, on Thursdays I start at this time, so.
I don't know. I didn't even see a message, but.
Yeah, well, if it was 6 or 7, then you're probably in bed before I even started.
That's the it's about being up early in the morning.
Yeah.
Ack.
Exactly. Very similar design. There might have been a little bit of confusion because of the fact that on Monday and Tuesday I stream earlier in the day than I do on Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So
I don't. Yeah. Anyways,
different timing on those two sets of days.
This reminds me. There's a show. It's like a CGI cartoon from like late '90s, early aughts. It was called Butt Ugly Martians.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it was good. And you had this gung ho like alien government agent, like alien hunter, and it was actually voiced by Robert Stack, Mr. Unsolved Mysteries.
Hold on.
Yep.
These Tesla coils are cheap, shoddy versions of the ones you met in Area 42. And you, my impulsive friend, are to destroy every Tesla coil unit in town.
Can do. Okay, so the show was... Oh,
some are automated, but others require human operators.
That's a bit weird.
So what do I do with those?
Simple. Each unit must be connected to a nearby control console. Destroy them all! I don't care how.
So I'm taking out the Tesla coils and the control consoles?
Once again, Crypto, you have crystallized the thrust of my gist entirely.
Hey, watch your mouth. Hey, watch your mouth.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've seen it. I just posted it in Kai's Discord before starting.
Yeah.
Apparently there's the old TSR company, the first invented D&D.
Yeah.
I guess 2 new companies have emerged from them.
Yeah.
After the Wizards of the Coast thing. And one of those companies is making this new role-playing game with... I guess a lot of people are getting a bit of a tizzy over the artwork on the cover of the book.
Yeah.
And so I posted it there to see what people thought about that. I don't see much of a problem with it, but...
Where in Kai's...
Just general.
General.
Main chat.
Chat. I see this one here, Giant Lands?
Yeah, that's it. It's for those watching the stream or watching the video later. It's basically an image of an indigenous-looking woman with a gun and a skimpy outfit, but it's...
Right.
I don't know, some people think it's misogynist. I'm not sure I agree, honestly. It feels very cheesecakey, but...
One of the former guys from TSR tried to put out some game, and he got banned from Gen Con because on the cover it was just a picture of like just a frog, but the way its little digits were placed on his hands, it looked like they said it looked like it's making the OK sign, which everybody knows. It's a white supremacist sign. It said,
you mean everybody thinks they know?
It's like, you mean everybody who got trolled on 4chan and they're believing it knows that.
Right.
Dummies.
Seriously.
And
also Pepe the Frog itself is being accused of being that for the same reason.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah, really dumb. I don't know. I don't see much of a problem with this cover art. I feel like they're going for a sort of retro style. It's sort of like her outfit and her pose remind me of a little bit of like the old sort of Buck Rogers or like Empress of Mars or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
John. Except as a Native American instead of as a space person, but obviously still existing in a sci-fi setting because she's got like an SMG in her hand or something.
Maybe something from the old Shadowrun game, because you had like tribal characters in that.
Yep. Well, because the tribes made a big comeback in power.
Right. I will say the commander voice in this sounds like Invader Zim.
That's because it is.
Oh, it is. All right. I was thinking.
Actually, it's funny. Not only is it the same actor, but he's acting the part exactly the same way he acted Invader Zim.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
But it's funny because we're not playing that guy. He's our boss.
Oh yeah. Let me see. I'm trying to...
Whereas the actor that's doing our character apparently really likes Jack Nicholson.
Oh, you ever heard of a movie called Spaced Invaders?
Yes, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
I owned it on... I recorded it one night on cable and just kept it, and I watched it several times and I'm just bored because it's so dumb it's hilarious.
Hey.
And one of the Martians talks with a Jack Nicholson voice.
These must be the weapons inventors.
I'll find you.
Kill those scientists.
Hey.
Without them, those coils can't be rebuilt.
Make the funniest noises.
Looking at...
Space rat, ain't you?
Sounds... Oh, it says...
Unfortunately, this is one of those games where you can never defeat all the people attacking you because it's got one of those GTA-style alert level systems.
Oh yeah.
So the more you defeat the people attacking you, the higher the alert goes, and the more people they send at you.
Oh god, this is like... I'm still trying to play... I've got to a part where I'm just like, everything, like, no matter what I do, it alerts people and have them all swarm in and kill me. I'm playing Shadow Tactics.
Okay, I haven't played that one, but I've seen what you're talking about. It looks pretty hard.
Hey, God, I'm sure there's a way to do it in this. I just haven't found it yet. Of getting to the goal, which is basically I'm trying to sneak through or over the gate and get to the gunpowder storage and blow that out. And I've got to go across the entire compound.
Suppressing my abilities, you jerks.
Help from being repressed.
I am. Good quote.
That was always
Good quote.
the greatest one of the greatest lines is being repressed.
Yep. You saw him repressing me, didn't you? This is what I'm on about. This is the violence inherent in the system. Help, I'm being repressed.
Bloody peasant. Oh, what a giveaway.
Oh, I didn't vote for him.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned something about the lady in the lake and some kind of thing. The movie was called Avalon. Some bad King Arthur type thing. And there's one part where Merlin has sex with the lady in the lake. And I said, strange women lying in ponds distributing swords may not be a sister of government, but they are a pretty good lay.
Sounds like a sexy adventure to me.
Then again, somebody had a t-shirt that says strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is starting to sound like a pretty good system of government now. Compared to what we got.
Yeah. I mean, America's system is not as democratic as they like to claim that it is.
And again, what was it? I can't remember. Who was the guy? I think it was like the mayor of Toronto or something.
Oh, Ford?
Yes.
I can't remember if it's Rob Ford. He's got a brother, and I don't remember which first name it is, but yeah, I think it's either Rob Ford or the other one.
I think they're both kind of a waste of space, both of them.
Probably, but only one of them's the mayor.
Well done! A big noisy scene. Just what we need.
Also, he's been blocking, or at least limiting, increase to minimum wages. A little while ago, I think it was 3 years ago, we increased it to $14 an hour Canadian.
Yeah.
And the following year, we wanted to increase it to 15. Like, just do it in like a two-step thing, but he was like, no, that's too much too soon. We're gonna damage businesses. We gotta slow it down. So I think it's $14.25 now, but it's taking way longer than we originally wanted it to.
I'm sure he's voted several raises for himself.
Oh, most likely.
Well, I do, but I think I first heard of Rob Ford thanks to I don't know where I found this. Got connected to this on YouTube. There is this Canadian comedian. He kind of does Canada's answer to the Daily Show.
Okay.
Rick Mercer. That was.
Oh yeah. No, he's funny.
Yeah.
Rick Mercer's great.
And his little
he's very
street
Jon
rants.
Stewart like in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Yeah. He did one of his greatest bits was a thing called "What the hell happened to hockey?" and how can we save our season? And that's where I first learned of NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman and what a tool he is. And that's why I always made the joke at any Canadians I know for Canadian New Year's or Canada Day. I said, "Here to celebrate, you shoot Gary Bettman out of a cannon."
Sounds about right. I don't really follow it, but
yeah,
it sounds like
me either.
Sounds like where the joke comes from.
Yep. Oh, looking at Giant Lands, and you're talking about the controversy with look at that character. There's a game back in the 90s. It was one of those like real indie, cheap-made games. I think one of my little comic shop had some. I got at least the first 2 books of it. The name of the series was Macho Women with Guns.
Oh yeah.
Only one more device remains.
I got the first expansion, which was Renegade Nuns on Wheels.
Yeah. Were they bikers or something?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
that sounds pretty cool.
I missed getting the next expansion, which was Batwing Bimbos from Hell.
I kind of want to see if I can get a copy of Giant Lands. I'm just curious to check it out. But like I said, the seeds of TSR became 2 new companies. I guess they were initially both trying to reuse the name TSR both at the same time. So lawsuits happened.
Yeah, I think
but then they both renamed to avoid that. I think one of them is called Wonderfield, and they're the ones making Giant Lands.
Yeah.
The other one's called Solarian, and I don't know anything about them.
I think one of them was started by Gary Gygax's son.
Yeah, I think that one's the Wonderfield one.
Yeah.
I think.
I think they both got banned from Gen Con. I think, really? The very company, for the very guys who started Gen Con.
I guess, I heard that Gygax Jr. or brother or whoever he is, the current Gygax is a bit of a douche canoe, or at least is being accused of it. I don't know the details, but I kind of want to get a hold of a copy of Giant Lands just to see. I'm just curious to see what the game mechanics are like and what the art inside the book is like.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I understand that Gen Con is filled with people who now think who don't want to use the term races in role-playing games.
Oh, yeah, actually, I've seen one. I have an RPG that's like that. Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Yeah.
No longer uses the word race.
For God's sake!
They've changed it to heritage, which is an okay word for it, but I don't know, it feels a little oversensitive to me. But
yeah, I think everybody's oversensitive now.
I'm not super mad about the word heritage, but on the other hand, I am a little bit annoyed by another change they made, and I've said this on a stream previously. I don't remember exactly who was there though, so I don't know if you were there for it.
Yep.
One of the classes in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, is the Barbarian. They have different power sets they can get based on what used to be called their totem, right? And that makes sense because barbarians are typically a class that comes from a tribal society,
right?
And tribal societies worship animal spirits that they call totem spirits. So you would pick what totem you revere, and that would determine what kind of barbarian abilities you would get, which specialty you were. But then that was what they called it back in the initial playtest before the game came out. But now that it's fully out, they've renamed it to Instinct instead of Totem. So you now have Dragon Instinct or Animal Instinct or Ancestor Instinct instead of Totem. And I think that was a dumb change. Like that's first of all, you're actually disrespecting their culture by not wanting to call it that. And second of all, Totem was a cooler name.
Yeah.
And made more sense.
Yeah, well, making sense is the last thing these people seem to want.
So what would you
That's
like
true.
to upgrade, you little ball of unbridled aggression?
Like, let them have their culture, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Now let's see. I think. Actually, wait. Yes.
No, you wait.
Hey, Luca. How's it going today?
Exhausted. Out processing, I've got most of that done. I did some more packing and trash taking out, and yeah.
I like the name of this mission: Attack of the 50-Foot President.
Oh, somebody was talking about that. That said, if anybody was like really want to have a really good Halloween costume, go as the 50-foot woman. Just get a male like action figure and then dress in like just a bed sheet looking dress there and go as the 50-foot woman.
And have the male action figure in your hand like you're carrying around a person.
Right. That's the thing.
So when I see 50-foot president, I don't know if it's the size of Donald Trump's ego or George W. Bush's war crimes.
Oh, double zing.
I can't remember if there used to be it was a weird kind of thing. It was like a combination of pinball and video game.
It's hard to believe.
Like the stuff you did in the pinball game would control what happened on the screen.
Oh yeah.
Like some invasion from Mars sort of, and kind of like this.
It's the least we can do.
It's the least we can do.
And one of the
hold on
things.
Hold on, cutscene.
Right. Old Man in Black.
It's Rorschach.
Yeah.
Sandman.
Silhouette, I presume.
Oh.
You don't look like a general.
You don't look like a little green man.
Thank you.
That's been a running joke. Everybody's been calling him a little green man the whole game.
All
He's
the
like, I'm not
monkeys got
green.
together, scratched their heads, accepted the inevitable.
That sense of humor. Just like your...
Like my what?
File. Your dossier, Crypto, said you were quite the joker.
I think I never told you my name.
No, I suppose I have your brother to thank for that.
What's a twist?
I do like the character look. It's very, very pulp.
Yeah, both are.
Pulp hero type. Wait a minute, that's a girl.
I mean, I could tell you could tell from the voice already.
They're pulling Samus on us.
Oh, it's Black Widow.
She got boobs.
Yeah, legs for days.
Ooh,
You're
it's
a
what?
chick?
It's like
Patriot. If you had to put
It's,
up with politicians playing grab ass all day long, you'd wear a mask too.
Me, I get my kicks the old-fashioned way, beating up bad monkeys.
Funny, that's just what Crypto136 said. Of course, he was a real cut-up, too. Well, so much for Plan A.
What's that?
She actually reminds me of
That, my gender-deprived friend, is Plan B.
the chick from Rocky
The
and
end
Bullwinkle.
of your
on.
insidious
Oh,
invasion.
Natasha?
Yeah.
Hang on, guys,
Can't
hang on.
defeat the greatest political mind of the 20th century in the greatest weapon ever built by man. Behold, the Robo-Prez.
Good name.
If elected, I promise to destroy all Furons.
That
Oh God, it's Liberty
is
Prime.
Seriously
Basically.
messed up.
I would vote for him.
Robo-Prez, dirty tricks mode.
Oh man, now I'm gonna get my suit dirty.
I would vote for Liberty Prime.
It reminds me of, like I say, that pinball video game. And in one part, you have the giant Martian fighting, which is basically the Lincoln statue turns into like a battle robot.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called like something the All-Terrain Battle Emancipator or Abe.
That's clever.
Yeah. Also, kind of give me vibes of remember what Big Guy and Rusty?
I don't know what that is.
That's a cartoon. Big Guy and Rusty the Boy Robot. It was based on a one-shot comic from Dark Horse by Frank Miller. Kind of using a mixture of like 50s sci-fi and almost like Japanese kaiju.
You don't have authorization to leave.
But yeah, the lady kind of reminds. Well, she's called Silhouette, and I think, oh, the character from Watchmen.
Which is why she looks like Rorschach.
Her outfit, well, kind of mixture of Silhouette and Silk Spectre in one. But basically, she's
Stop interrupting your fight, you little jerk.
oh, usual femme fatale. It's like from Pulp
Yeah, she was
Crime
definitely a
Fighter.
classic trope. Ah,
Yeah, from
but
she
now
turned
Iron
from
Man too.
yeah, Pulp Crime Fighter to femme fatale. Oh.
Rubble race! He's heading for that white building! No, the other white building! You know, the one with the statue, the tall, ugly guy with the beard. He's like Amish or something.
It's like Amish or something.
Amish or something.
More like Abish.
There's
voice-
Washington looking like a bigger white dick than your monument.
She's
I gotta give
right.
you. Like I still have from ERB to be fair. William Wallace versus George Washington. Great ERB.
Sounds like one of those what are rat battles of history.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's
ERB.
what ERB is.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, there was. Oh, wow.
That's what ERB stands for.
You're the father of your country, but I'm your daddy.
Man, I'm taking the damage. Ow.
Let's see.
You are taking the damage. Also, Krendar, I finally beat Dark Souls 3 tomorrow.
All right.
You beat something tomorrow? What?
I think it means he'll be beating it tomorrow.
No, Dark Souls 3. I technically haven't beaten Dark Souls 3 yet. Because I haven't fought the final boss.
Oh.
And I said, there was another stream I was a part of, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fight the final boss of Dark Souls 3, and that's going to be kind of my going away from Georgia thing. Ooh, shit.
Now I know
This is
why.
just one of those really meta jokes because time is weird in Dark Souls, so maybe he did beat it tomorrow.
Yeah, so when Commander really got excited and started screaming, I said, he sounds like somebody else. I'm like, same voice actor. He was Invader Zim and he was Billy on Billy and Mandy.
Okay.
Wait. Invader Zim and Billy from Billy and Mandy is the same VA?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Let's not forget Rasputin from Psychonauts.
Yeah. Well, I always said that threw me for a loop that one of my favorite character actors, Clancy Brown. I mean, he's done enough stuff just as a live action actor, everything from Highlander, the original Highlander, to Starship Troopers. But he's also done voice acting. He's done everything from Lex Luthor and the Superman and Justice League to Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, me boy. Blast Action, have you watched Naruto by chance?
I have not. That's one I haven't seen yet. I hear.
There's the voice actor that does like one of the main villains also does a voice acting for a Southern twang character in StarCraft 2.
Oh man.
It's it's so weird. It's like hearing the main
Arcturus,
villain's
you
voice.
mean, or?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have a southern twang in StarCraft. The Terrans are all Texans, basically.
More or less, but we're talking like Naruto. I mean, it's Japan, and StarCraft, it's the southern whatever.
Yeah. I'm looking at all the things this guy who does Zim and Billy's done. They mentioned a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's Psychonauts.
Most important thing he's ever done.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. He's does voices on the Loud House, it says. There's Psychonaut 2. Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, who was he in that?
Zircon Jr.
He's headed for that white building! You! The other white building! You know, the one with the statue, the tall, ugly guy with the beard. He's like Amish or something.
Amish?
He's an Amish or something.
I'm kind of curious as to how he knows who and what the Amish are, but hey.
Yeah, World of Warcraft Legion.
Yeah.
Hellish Imp apparently is a voice he does.
Hellish Imp, nice.
The original
Basically
Ratchet
just a
and Clank.
bit roll, more or less, then.
Let's see. Wonder Quest. Kick Batowski, Suburban Daredevil. Mouth. I guess that's the name of the character.
Well, that was a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, Mouth is the name of a character on some show. Kick Batowski, a Suburban Daredevil. I've seen a couple episodes.
Wait, you're just on me. Is he throwing helium balloons at you?
Yep. With bombs on them.
Wow.
Trying to destroy them before they reach me.
He voices Billy and Billy's dad. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I know Billy and Billy's dad have the same VA because they sound very similar.
Squirrel Boy. Satch Bell. Oh, wow. Duel Masters? Oh, man.
Not like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, I watched. Actually,
On those.
I used to watch Duel Masters.
Strings.
Robo-Press is getting away! Looks like he's heading for the Coolidge Memorial! Or is that the Rutherford BA's monument? Oh, I should have held on to that tourist map.
There's a Coolidge Memorial?
Yeah. I mean, it's an alternate Earth anyway, right?
Yeah, I
Can
guess
be
so.
if they want.
Ooh.
These little bastards. Yeah. Keep the shield burst too soon.
Weather balloons.
Yeah. That's what I was thought was funny earlier. They're using weather balloons to attack the UFO rather than to be the UFO.
I think it was Count Dankula did a whole thing exposing the whole Area 51 or the whole Roswell weather balloon conspiracy, and he says it quite possibly could have actually been a weather balloon, or not a weather balloon, but rather was a spy balloon. It was some kind of technology they used during the Second World War that they found this perfect place under the water that you could hear submarines in all directions. They said, well, if there's such a zone in under the water, there surely must be one in the upper atmosphere, and they found it. And basically to monitor any strange aircraft or anything flying that might enter American airspace.
Damn. They keep making me redo the whole fight over again, too, I think. Which is really annoying. They couldn't give me some frickin' checkpoints.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to redo the whole thing because
I did last time.
Yeah, because you do. Okay, damn, that sucks.
It's a bit of an endurance thing because I have very few opportunities to actually recharge my shields along the way.
That sucks. Okay.
In order to renew the shields on my flying saucer, I have to drain energy out of vehicles. There's very few vehicles around. And they're also hard to aim, the effect on them. You know what, I'm going to save my big nasty gun for the third phase.
Is this the final boss?
I think so. HowLongToBeat.com says that this game is about 8 hours. And this is the third stream, so we're in like hours 7 to 8 now.
Okay.
Also, this feels like a final boss.
I was gonna say it kind of does, yeah. I was gonna say, I'm kind of questioning the hitbox detection on that laser beam that he shoots off.
A little bit. Get out of here. Charge.
Oh yeah.
Rubble brace! He's heading for that white building! No,
stop cheering for my enemy, you jerk.
You know, the tall, ugly guy with the beard, he's like Amish or something.
Keep my shit on my nizzle, dog.
Man, I wish there was more vehicles around, but that's obviously in a purpose. There's a few on the bridge.
I try to save for stage 3.
Yeah, I'll save them until I know that I've got enough damage on me. I need all of them to heal. So don't do anything twice. I'm not sure how much each one gives me specifically, individually. Maybe you're better at stopping those guns.
And I love that theremin music.
Hell yeah.
You guys ever seen the original 1950s The Thing from Another World?
No.
Everybody knows the 1980 or the John Carpenter one, but the original from the 1950s is pretty damn good too. I mean, what's really cool about that is it's like you don't really see the thing that much. You don't really get a full body shot of the thing until the very end. So it's kind of like being hidden most of the time. Always kind of adds to the suspense. You don't know where it is.
Well, that's why I feel like they fucked up that 2011 prequel.
Well,
because they overexposed the shit out of the creature, and it just kind of ruined what made the original, or not the original, but the John Carpenter 1980 version
Hold on,
really
guys,
good.
Just to respond to Burnswell, yes, there is a counter to the missiles. It's me doing this energy burst.
Oh, I should have held on to that.
But I've been... A lot of the time I accidentally press it too soon, and they sneak through.
But if you pay attention to the 1982 version, you can automatically guess the two guys that are immediately infected. It's the because there's one guy that's like sitting at his desk and like the dog walks in and infects him, and I believe it was the like when they were doing the blood sample testing, the guy that they figure out, he was one of them, and then the other one was the guy that had a heart attack.
Right.
Those two were immediately infected from like the get-go.
And one guy kind of was like doing kind of like a research riff on the movie, like kind of talking. And it's this, whoever trained that dog that was the thing in disguise, the dog could almost do facials of like, something sinister was going on there.
Oh yeah, the dogs did really well. The dogs were phenomenal.
Like the dog just watching everyone before he...
Mm-hmm.
Dog is very sus.
Yeah. But, I don't know. They were...
Actually, what's funny is that my name in Among Us right now is Dog Blight, so...
But, yeah, the one from the 50s is a good one. I mean, it's, people think of 1950s sci-fi, think they're old cheese ball guys in rubber suits and everything. That's what actually was kind of doing a little holdover from the more almost atmospheric gothic horror from the 1940s. I think, yeah. I did like one of the greatest lines in there when they were
fair with reinforcements, buddy.
When they set up a trap for this thing, and
ooh, so close, so close.
My God.
Oh, you got it! Yes.
Yeah.
I was one hit from losing.
I love the smell of presidential brains in the morning.
Just remember who set that giant potus of destruction upon you.
Giant POTUS.
Right.
You know who I mean.
Oh, that silhouette guy, right? Or chick.
Could you do me a favor and not creep me out?
Sure.
It's a trap.
In any case, she went to the capital. I lost sight of it.
Not really.
Silhouette, near the...
Attention, Furons. Attention, Furons. Is this thing on? Oh, whatever. I know you little gray freaks can hear this. I'm sure you're out there listening, gloating.
Pretty much, yeah.
It seems only fair.
Credit where credit is due. You did it. You beat my beautiful Robo-Prez. And now you're probably sitting around fantasizing about destroying all the humans. Typical.
That'll drop.
Sure you handled the boys, Armquist, Huffman. Oh, that was a challenge. But everybody knows which sex is dominant on this planet. There's still plenty of time to get your asses handed to you. That is, if you're not too scared to fight a girl.
No, I'm not hung up on the whole pudenda thing.
What?
Come on, Crypto.
I don't know what that means.
Let's dance.
I don't either.
I'll even let you lead.
Was it pudenda?
I'm at the Octagon.
Yeah.
Don't keep
Something
me
to deal with the
waiting.
lady parts.
I mean, the Furons don't really have a gender at all anymore because of the way their DNA is degenerating.
I'm gonna...
Okay, yeah, it's the external genitals of a woman. Okay.
Okay.
Why would he even know that name, that word then? Oh well.
I don't fucking know.
Studied human biology for, I don't know, advanced research. Fuck,
Holy shit, she got them chesticles.
That was quite the pose. We got some cheesecake here. Cheesecake boss.
Holy shit. What?
Oh my god, you're being assaulted by simps. You're fighting a Twitch streamer and all of her simps are coming to defend her.
No, God, it's Amaranth.
I don't think I know who Amaranth is.
She's one of the more well-known Twitch e-girls. I'm avoiding the T word.
There was she does this thing lately where she just like her whole stream is her licking her microphone, basically.
Basically, sir. But she's got this army of guys just ready to defend her at a moment's notice, thinking what? Like, I'll be the one, me. It's like,
that's how something works.
You know she's got a fucking boyfriend, right? Who is 10 times better looking than you.
It's making me think of, is it Pokimane? Because I think she's got a boyfriend. Like, a bunch of people lost their mind over that.
Yep.
Oh, a lot of them do, but they don't tell you because they know you'll throw more cash at them.
I mean, hey, I'm not hating on the hustle. I'm just seeing like, hey, listen, dude, you know this chick's not gonna go for you, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the hell I was supposed to have done to avoid that damage.
I'm not sure either.
When It's a Gundam did some kind of thing ripping on Pokemon, he had the usual, death threats via social media. Okay, but he had guys actually showing up, like physically try to get in the shit, and then he says. And then even he said his mother was saying like some guys are hanging around the front door. He says, "Okay, you guys want to get in my face? That's fine. Go after your mother. I'm gonna come find you." And long story he said, "Long story short, I'm going to prison." But apparently. Even Pokimane kind of came out and said, "All right, guys, don't do that."
I mean, I think Pokimane gets a bad rep for shit that her subscribers do and say.
Well, she ain't the greatest either. She was the one.
She's not the greatest, but she's not the worst.
She was the one that kind of was getting.
I stand inside these things. That's what I do.
It's
this
did
thing firing off over here. That's
leaving not so subtle hints at maybe this is the guys sponsors want to advertise with. In other words, he's trying to get all his sponsors to drop him. The only guys he's ever had as a sponsor that dropped him, I think, was Raid Shadow Legends because they thought he wasn't in his little ads wasn't taking their product seriously.
Oh man, you're in a bad place when Raid Shadow Legends doesn't want to advertise with you.
Yeah, well, that's because he was actually making fun of them. It's like, have you watched other people? They're not actually taking your shit seriously.
No idea.
My controls went weird for a second while I was taking damage on it. Not entirely sure why.
But,
Alright there, Black Widow, calm down.
Yeah, I don't know. That attack that she did made me think of when you fight the Moon Presence, and it does that like one move where it like siphons all of your life except for one life point, but like they're paused for like a hot minute so you can gain back most of that health, provided you have stamina.
There we go. Nice ballet over here.
Because you got most of your health back.
Well, the nice thing is the difference between the saucer and me being on foot. The saucer has to drain energy out of vehicles to recharge shields. On foot, my shields regenerate over time automatically as long as I'm not taking damage.
Gotcha. Okay. I just noticed that she's healing herself.
Hey, Larson. Yeah, that was quite the moment to come in.
For a second, I thought you were calling the chick you're fighting Brie Larson. I'm like, yeah, she's kind of a great Sue.
Jeez. She is a...
I mean, that's just the character, though, that she plays, right? It's not Brie's fault, although...
It's not... No,
it's not bullshit. I've seen interviews. That woman is enamored with the smell of her own farts.
That's true. Like, I was about to say, not that I'm giving her any credit.
I
think
mean,
she is the greatest thing since sliced bread as far as Hollywood is concerned. That's like...
Yeah, and you know, they fucked up, what's that one dude's name? The black guy. Like, his character got really, like, snafu'd in the whole thing.
Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury?
No, not Nick Fury. You're thinking of the Avengers. I'm thinking of,
Yeah, we were talking about Marvel stuff, because...
The Stormtrooper guy.
You're talking about Star Wars suddenly now.
I'm thinking of somebody completely different.
Oh, you're thinking of Daisy Ridley.
I'm thinking of Daisy Ridley, yeah.
Yeah, she's I don't know. I haven't seen many interviews with her.
She's actually a decent person.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually
Oh,
alright.
it's those shots that do this. Okay.
Yeah.
It's those weird purple shots that cause that.
Yeah, you're talking about John Boyega there.
John Boyega's character that got really fucked over.
Speaking of which, I kind of made a joke at one point, and then it turns out it's coming true. After, John Boyega's done with Star Wars and Jodie Whittaker's done with Doctor Who, so we're going to finally get a sequel to Attack the Block. We are.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. Yeah, she, her interviews, she does come off as very, like, bitchy, very entitled.
I mean, she was sitting there with, like, Don Cheadle and I forget who else, and she was talking about, like, finally, she's like the MCU, like, didn't exist until she came along, almost.
Oh, God,
and then and Don is looking at her like, bitch, what?
I mean, did we forget that Black Widow's a thing? Did we forget that Scarlet Witch is a thing? Did we forget that Gamora's a thing?
Hell, the Wasp was already around
Woman,
before
not Marvel,
she got
but
there.
still. If we're going to be talking about horror movies in general, Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman has been, like, amazing.
Awesome.
She's fantastic.
I think, I feel like she's maybe a little too skinny to be a Wonder Woman. Like, she's got twigs for legs. Like, that does not make that does not say Amazon Warrior to me, but the acting has been great.
It really depends on who you think about it. I mean, only recently do we, in the comics, does she get all muscly and stuff. Because remember, Wonder Woman is imbued with the power of the gods, and she was born from a clay statue.
Right, but on the other hand,
so does she need to be all muscly?
If she's doing all this fighting, she should have at least developed some muscle as well.
Yeah. It's kind of like,
at least not super crazy thin, anyway. Like, I'm not saying she needs to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, but
I get what Kern's going for. She doesn't need to be, like, super slender. She needs to have, like, some kind of muscle tone to her.
Oh yeah.
Like, even if she's just got, like, the same sort of build as Black Widow, but she's skinnier than Black Widow.
True.
Besides which, my favorite Wonder Woman actors will always be Linda Carter.
Classic, of course. She was pretty cute, actually.
Oh, hell yeah. She still is. You see pictures of her? She ain't lost her looks. She was on the Supergirl series.
I know Gina Davis is still rocking it.
Yeah, Linda had was a recurring character on the Supergirl series.
Alright, phase 3. Time for some more gymnastics. Here we go.
What are those physics? Oh, speaking of physics, did either of you hear about the soccer game that Konami did?
Nope.
Oh, the fucking physics on that game are fucking hilarious. You have soccer players doing like the Naruto run because their arms are like hanging back from the model that they're in. Check out Young Yao's video. You will see some hilarious shit.
Imagine.
I'm like, holy shit, somebody actually fucked up a sports game worse than EA? Ow.
Also, I like Larson's comment. Wonder Woman should definitely be Arnold Schwarzenegger in a wig. That's funny.
And like I said, it kind of depends on who's drawing it as to how muscly she is. I mean,
you want to live? Get to do the invisible plane.
Jeez.
Get to the invisible chopper.
Hey.
Or as Stevie Wonder in ERB said, plus something even I can see through.
Oh, jeez.
I think ERB has like a low-key subconscious grudge against DC because they make all the DC characters look like shit.
A lot of DC characters are kind of shit.
True. I think Batman's
I like Wonder Woman and Batman though.
Which one is this?
It was so they've done Batman versus Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock beat the fuck out of Batman. They did Wonder Woman versus Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder beat the fuck out of Wonder Woman. And then they did Superman versus Goku. And Goku slaughtered Superman by saying like, this battle's gonna end like another Superman who's never gonna walk again. I'm like, oh shit! You invoked the Christopher Reeves line. Yikes!
Yikes! That's nasty.
That reminds me of the classic offensive joke. What's the What's the opposite of Christopher Walken, guys?
Christopher Reeves.
Yep.
Oh, actually, nothing will ever.
Thank you, Beefer. By the way, also nice name. I like that.
Also, nothing will ever sing as much as the Clint Eastwood versus Bruce Lee, where it's like, I would fight you in the sequel, but that would be unbelievable because nobody in your family ever lives to see the sequel. I'm like, oh, you took a dig at his son. That's fucked up.
Now, here's the thing, and I was mentioning this to somebody. I sent this off to somebody who literally likes kind of like film noir and pulp detective stuff, and I said, asked if he had ever seen the 1969 movie Marlowe, based on the Raymond Chandler character Philip Marlowe. I've just seen several movies. This one starred James Garner as Philip Marlowe, and it had a part with Bruce Lee, who plays some mob enforcer to scare Marlowe off the case.
Oh, by the way, Beefer, out of curiosity, might I ask what it is that what your situation is there? Out of curiosity.
And I won't give anything away if you ever want to see it, but let's just say it effectively makes James Garner the only person to ever defeat Bruce Lee in a movie.
So, speaking of Wonder Woman, there was another channel called Freshy Canal that did Wonder Woman versus Daenerys, and like Wonder Woman essentially says like, I save families and galaxies, but I couldn't save your Reckoning season 8 finale.
Oh man, that's pretty bad.
Hold on, let's see. Let me get the exact wording. I gave galaxies their freedom, but even I couldn't save your wreck of a final season. Okay.
I was like the what was it? The meme that like, okay, it's got. Let's see, it's got Dirk the Daring from Dragon Slayer said, I slayed a dragon. It has the character from How to Train Your Dragon, I trained a dragon. As Daenerys says, I raised a dragon. And the last one was just Donkey with a big smile on its face.
Yeah. Oh no, that's I've seen that one. That is not a big smile on his face. That is a full-blown shit-eating grin.
Yeah. Like, yep.
I did something that rhymes with what the first guy said.
But yeah, that was Danke. Gotta say it with an A-H and 7-O. Danke.
Yep.
It'll let out that big fart. Oh, tell me gonna do that. I have my mouth open and everything.
Oh, gross.
Oh, now I'm reminded of another good diss from ERB, and that is between Ash Ketchum versus Charles Darwin. So Ash Ketchum makes the joke that like a bunch of his kids died from like scarlet fever and TB and all that shit. And Darwin's like, yeah, that was hard. Like losing my brothers and daughters and their brother was hard. Almost as hard as the wood that Oak gave your mother.
I mean, watching the MCU movies gives me a little bit of scarlet fever too, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have not seen Black Widow. I hear it's good up until the final.
I have not seen it either.
I haven't seen it.
She looks amazing as a redhead though. Like I don't like when she goes to the short blonde hair, but
yeah.
Scarlett Johansson could be brunette, blonde, redhead, whatever, and she'd still look fucking amazing.
I hear they just really
but she's even better with long red hair though.
I hear they really screw up on the character of Taskmaster.
He's not a great character to begin with, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, he's mid-tier villain, really.
Yeah, but he is an interesting kind of power set he has. Basically, it's like, anything you can do, I can do.
Well, as long as it's within the capacity of the human body to do.
Well, yeah, he's even admitted like he can't
look at Cyclops and suddenly start firing lasers. But
right, he can't.
He can watch Bruce Lee and then fight like Bruce Lee.
Right, he said he can't control whether like Thor or be as strong as the Hulk, but hell, with a right kind of grapple cable, he can swing like Spider-Man. Somebody showed like some clips from the most current Avengers cartoon, Avengers Assemble. Apparently, he's not just a guy who can mimic stuff like by watching it. He's actually very smart. Like when Kamala Khan's trying to do her homework there, and like he's been roped into helping the Avengers or something, and they're on the plane, like he's actually helping her with her homework. So actually, the guy knows his stuff, you know.
So what? He became a good guy?
No, he's kind of like has to work for them for whatever reason.
Okay. Speaking of Kamala Khan, I just started playing the Marvel's Avengers game that came out a while back.
How is it?
It's not bad. It came out on Game Pass, so I didn't have to buy it, which is why I started playing it.
It's
not too bad, but oh man, Kamala Khan is absolutely adorable. She's super cute little nerd.
Oh well, you know that's kind of the point.
They nailed it so well. Can you duplicate Black Widow's seduction skills? Yeah, probably.
Well, that's a thing. That's another thing, you know. He's always wearing that mask. You never seen what he looks like under there.
Hey, the mask is a seduction aid for some people. Right?
Let's see.
Some people are into that. Alright, we're into doing flips all over the place. Phase 3.
Yeah, well, that flippy-do shit.
Right, show me where your next healing thing is.
Your next healing thing.
There.
Show me that healing thing.
So that I can destroy it!
Say that healing thing.
I can tell this game's a little dated because, like, when she jumped, her animation is really fucking stiff.
Yeah, it's a bit off. But hey, this is originally made in PS2 era, so
that fair enough.
Not bad for PS2.
There's one game I wish that was on the PS2. I wish it would bring back because I really liked it. It's Justice League Heroes.
Oh, have you seen that GTA 5 is still like getting shat upon for its PS5 release?
Yeah, apparently they're toning down a lot of things for this new sensitive era.
No, not even that. It's that they're re-releasing the exact same game for full game price. So basically you're buying
that is fun.
A game from 2013 for $60.
That's kind of shitty.
Yeah. And like, both modders and gamers are pissed off at Rockstar and Take-Two because of that.
Don't blame them.
I mean, the modders will probably still play it on PC anyway.
Well, right, but also like people are clamoring for like when's GTA 6 coming out?
Maybe around the time.
And I mean, to their credit, like they do have the GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas trilogy remaster coming out. I'm like, yeah, I'm excited for that. That's gonna be good. But yeah, we do need GTA 6. Like, you banked on GTA 5 for too goddamn long.
About the same time as we get. It was about the same time as Bethesda finally ponies up Elder Scrolls 6.
Well, I mean, they've announced Elder Scrolls 6. It's just a matter of when it comes out.
They're working on Starfield right now.
Which we still don't even know anything about. Like, what's the gameplay gonna be? I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, they
gave us a trailer and we still don't know.
It just works.
But with, I believe it was Microsoft bought them out, so I have a little bit more hope for them.
I mean, Microsoft bought out Double Fine and Psychonauts 2 was amazing.
True.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Microsoft Windows is dog shit, but Microsoft as a company, when it comes to gaming, is actually pretty good. In terms of AAA quality, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, granted, I only have to compare them to what Activision, Blizzard, Take-Two, EA, Konami.
Yeah.
I mean, Capcom's done really well. Like Resident Evil 2 Remake was good. Resident Evil 3 Remake, while disappointing, was still a decent game.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8
but wasn't made
really
by them,
good.
so.
Well, yeah, they outsourced it to.
Although I guess they did still have to approve it, but still. Actually, the quality of what was there was very high. It just was too short. That's all.
And the problem is they banked on that that multiplayer game mode that.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
That nobody fucking played or streamed.
I mean, even if it was good, it doesn't matter because not everybody wants the multiplayer in general, anyways.
No, they wanted a quality remake of 3 that what we got with Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 remake was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to see is as many sequels as we've got for Resident Evil. You know what I'd like to see a sequel to? Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis, I thought the first game I thought was really good. Not my cup of tea, but I thought it was a really good game.
Yeah.
2 was okay, and then 3 was absolutely dog shit.
Yeah.
3 was dog shit.
Well, the last iteration of Ninja Gaiden was crap, and I'd like to see a sequel.
Now, Burnswell says the upcoming Saints Row reboot really got shat on by the fans. I'm a little concerned about it as well. It looks like the characters don't have a lot of personality to them. Not as much as they used to.
They're kind of pulling back on the ridiculousness that comes with
Which is the problem. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
That's why we like it.
I don't know what their end goal is there, because like I know the appeal was just how absurd the game got.
When you're fighting off machine gun toting hookers with a giant purple dildo.
Well, you weren't fighting hookers, but
you
like,
got
some of the enemy gangsters dressed similarly.
Like the appeal of Saints Row was just how ridiculous it got, and then the appeal of like Grand Theft Auto was the comedy and social commentary on the current era.
Indeed. Yeah. But let me cut you off for a second. Before I finish with this boss here, let's have a little break because we're at the hour mark here. So